Good morning, listeners and friends. We will friends the request of our group this discuss on how to make article. I will start the presentation. Discussion 1 on write article. According to the Big Indonesia Dictionary, the definition of an article is I complete with work in I. Makes me never and so on. An article is also one we work of a contract like the contracts ident of phrase. They can proceed consmack edition and entrain the reason as well as for to a media via nefarious mechanisms Bluetooth X. The definition of article within the Big Indonesia Dictionary finally makes money for mix variation within print media, including waiting for online media, not only in the form of article but also in the form of with workers in the form of opinions and class transfer my profile have the wrong presentation in skiing and reading the weak work in the article.
Characteristic of article. Everything has characteristics that make it different from other types of writing. The characteristic of the article are as follows. Number 1. Have content that is based on press and not just reality. Number 2. The article contains more than words that is late, complete, brief, and clear. Number 3. A state with lot of original wording. Number 4. And as factual be the closing precious data unknown to the author of the article. Number 5. The content of the essay is an accordance with the facts obtained from the object or sources, so it is not only the reference of the author externalities. Number 5. The chances of the article can be empty from on an explanation of the biography of the actor on event rights, release and the cut entertain and convince the reader. The article assumes that contains the next of the release.
Number 3. Types of article. Practical articles. This practical article is more in nature of right technical instruction on how to do something, how to do it. Example are practical ways to ask a computer, drive a car, and other types of tools. Actually, practical articles are written using a chronological pattern of step-by-step work. Light article. In writing article, this type of light is commonly found in the rubric of children adolescents, women, and families. This type of article review more light topic with a light presentation. An example of the article is 6 tips to avoid stress in the household.
Number 3. Article opinion pages. In terms of content, this article belongs to the opinion group. Its nature feels objective and in accordance with the facts. Usually this type of articles in on a special opinion pack along with editorials, corner, column and letter from readers. In terms of presentation, the opinion articles are written on 2 to 3 quarter pages with double spacing or 2,500 or 5,000 characters. The most important thing about this article is that it's actual, relevant, and is currently a problem in society. Number 4. Expert analysis articles. Articles of this type are written by experts in their fields, both in politics, agriculture, and others. One of the main purposes why Indonesian newspaper provide expert article rubrics is to get closer to the main problems that contain quotation in the community and to give views and even solution by people who are expert in their fields.
Purpose and benefit of the article purpose. The purpose of writing descriptions. This article is not intended to fulfill the tasks asked by small but rather leads to what is the aspect in writing as kind of article and process of writing as kind of article. This describe how to describe all the subjects of matter that has been determined and restricted the limitation of the scope of the descriptive article. For general purpose of writing an article, it is inspires ideas, still result and cover the reader.
Article benefits. 1. Thinking systematically. The benefit of the first article is that it makes reader think more systematically. This is because to make a skin fit paper one needs to think systematically and directed. In addition, it can make a person able to express opinions of argument in an orderly manner. 2. Participle writing skill. A writer can more easily understand the purpose of writing well. The author is also able to master and improve the writing skill to be achieved, so that someone can understand what is written by the author. 3. Convey ideas. In writing, a writer is required to think
creatively by presenting new ideas in his writing. One of the benefits of this article is that the author can always publish different works and have their own characteristic. 4. Add insight and knowledge. If the article is read, it will certainly add insight and knowledge for the reader. 3. 4. The author must provide good and clear information to the reader. Complete information that is still related to the context being discussed.
Article structure. The parts of an article in general are the beginning, introduction, the body, and the end, closing. Introduction. The introduction section is the section that informs about the article. The first part consists of the style, author's name, and introduction. Title. The title is the head of the article. The title in part of the introduction that provides an overview of the contents of the article. A good essay title is to reflect the contents of the essay in the form of a statement sentence. The title of the essay is not too questionable or long, and the too hard, interesting and intriguing reader to read it. For example, composing and editing. Writer name. The author name is written as a sign of authorship of the essay. In writing, the author's name should not be accompanied by rank, position, and academic title. This is done to avoid bias toward seniority and authority. The rank, position, and academic degrees can be written in the closing section. For example, letter to Bima, B. Putu Wijaya. Introduction. The introduction is written is an introduction to the content of the essay. The goal is that is the easier for reader to enter the content and can easily understand the content of the article. The introduction to the essay must be written in the interesting way. The introduction to essay is a description of the contents of an article that will be published in the media.
Part contest. The contest section in the main part of an article. The contents of an article are in the form of problems to be discussed. The material in the scripts in detail with a cornet and clear systematic so that the readers really understand the problems. Next, cover part. The closing section in the final part of an article, the contest constellation from discussing the problems. The closing section of the article in only a conclusion without providing suggestion. The conclusion in an affirmative of the author's stand on the problem discussed earlier.
Language of article text. 1. AED complaint. An effective sentence must use proper spelling and punctuation. The standard word must also be conjugated so that the word you write don't turn out the spirit correctly. 2. 2. Systematic. A simple sentence is one that subject and predicate arrangement that then add with object, complement, and adverb as much as possible to make sentence more effective. Make sentence that don't confuse the order. If there is no affirmation, subject and predicate should always be at the beginning of the sentence. 3. No extravagant and long-winded. Don't let use sentence make too many words vast and seem long-winded. Make sure the arrangement of the sentence you formulate is definite and concise so that people who read it easily catch the idea that hard for, not ambiguous. That last requirement for effective sentence is very important to avoid readers from multi-type interpretation with a concise, systematic wording and according to linguistic rules. Reader will have no trouble interpreting the idea of the sentence so that there is no ambiguous impression.
Okay, my name is Francis Rigo. The last one was about simple analysis and article facts. For example, the importance of citing before extras. Sourcing before extras is very important. The goal is to avoid certain injuries the end story on the body, both on the body. Structure before extras. The doors have many benefits that are very good for the health of the body. Experts thought the sourcing should be done in the morning. Proceed before starting research and to receive the excerpt and holds the has from of searching is raining. Experts say that raining has a positive impact on Earth. What do it? Raining can tire the searching and head of the head mystic. That's our persons on how to make an article. We thank you.